Are you someone who has difficulty getting your blood sugar levels under control? Or is it that you're taking medications to get your blood sugar levels to where you want them to be, but you're having side effects of these medicines that you really don't like? Would you like to figure out how to get your blood sugar levels under control without having to take more and more medications and suffer from more and more side effects? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, this video is for you, because I'm going to talk about 5 simple things you can do to get your blood sugar levels under control, which have no side effects. Before we dive into it, I am Dr. Amina Goodwin, a physician and health coach, and I help people with blood sugar problems figure out how to eat better to get their blood sugar problems under control, so you can feel better and get on with life without having to spend too much time in the doctor's office. All right, so we're going to dive right into it. So obviously with blood sugar problems, which include type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes, gestational diabetes, insulin resistance, all those problems, it has to do with there being too much sugar in your blood, specifically too much glucose in your blood. Now, when we talk about tackling this problem, oftentimes we hear about medications to, store away the blood sugar, but really and truly medications and procedures and so on don't tackle the problem, which is too much sugar getting into the bloodstream in the first place. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways that you can 5 things you can do to actually decrease the sugar entering your bloodstream. And these are simple ways, so hang tight and let's get into the first one. So the first thing is to burn more sugar. So yes, you might be having a lot of sugar coming in, and where children are concerned, they are burning a lot of sugar. They are very active. So being physically active, getting up every now and then and moving around so that your muscles are burning more energy. Now, additionally, not just moving around, but really you have to focus on maintaining muscle mass. The muscles use the most sugar in our body, right? Of all the organs, the brain uses a lot of sugar, but the muscles also use a lot of sugar. And so the older people get, sometimes there's loss of muscle mass, and that contributes to weight gain and blood sugar problems with age. So really trying to focus on building or keeping your muscle mass, especially the older you get, is going to help you be able to use up more of that sugar that is going in your bloodstream in the first place, right? Second thing is to actually manufacture less sugar in your body. So yes, we take sugar in when we're eating our food, but I don't know if you all realize we actually manufacture sugar as well. In fact, if we never took in any sugar, we would be able to make any amount of sugar that the body needs. Sugar, glucose, carbs, they are not essential, such as we have essential amino acids which build up protein, we have essential fatty acids, but there's no essential carbohydrate. And so that tells us that our body is able to make whatever sugar is needed. Now, yes, we make what we need. The liver is able to make, and different tissues, but especially the liver is able to make glucose, make sugar. But believe it or not, when there is excess stress in your body and certain stress hormones are produced, this causes the body to manufacture more sugar in preparation for whatever stress is coming our way. Because obviously stress is coming, danger, get energy, because we're going to have to react to that danger, and we're going to need energy to react to that danger. Now, if you're under a state of constant stress, whatever, work, even health stress, whatever, you're under stress and your body's producing stress hormones, particularly steroid hormones, cortisol, and that specifically causes your body to make more sugar, and that can contribute to worsening of your blood sugar issues, right? So what you need to do is essentially try to engage in activities to lessen the amount of stress in your body, so you're not producing as much of that stress hormone. Simple techniques, different things for different people, but breathing exercises, being more mindful, things like meditation, whatever it is, you have to choose how it is you're going to manage your stress so that you are not as much in fight and flight mode, and you're not producing all these steroid hormones jacking up your blood sugar, right? Third thing, okay, we talk about you might have sugar come in, but maybe you can get rid of more sugar. One way is to pee out more sugar, flush out more sugar with the kidneys. And where, that's not ideal, because really and truly, we don't want sugar passing through the kidneys, because sugar going through the kidneys too much and at too high a concentration is really going to promote kidney problems. It's going to promote damage to the kidneys and could even promote potentially cancer in kidneys and blood and so on and so forth. So yes, while we can eliminate more sugar via the kidneys by drinking more water, so we're flushing out our system, that might not be the ideal way to get rid of sugar and bring sugar levels down in your blood. Now, there is a medication, a diabetes medication, that works just this way. It works by causing the body to eliminate more sugar through the kidneys. There are specific side effects and so on with that medication, including infections of the genitourinary tract. But anyway, it's just one of the ways that you can potentially get rid of excess sugar, which would be you drinking lots of water so you can flush it through your kidneys. Not the best way. Fourth way to eliminate sugar from your body would be to actually absorb less sugar. So you might be taking a lot of sugar in with your food, but what if you are not absorbing all that sugar that you are ingesting? And the way to do that would actually be to have that sugar with more fiber. So having a lot of fiber in your meals, which you get usually from your vegetables, fruits too, but vegetables, that fiber actually traps some of that sugar within your intestines, and some of it actually ends up being passed out. You can think of the fiber as a mesh, like if you have like a sieve or something and it's really blocking trapping some of the food in the small holes of the mesh, so that things are moved further down the intestines before they get to be absorbed in the upper or earlier part of the intestines, right? So lots of fiber. That's why we talk about having a plate that maybe at least a third can be vegetables, and this is semi-cooked, not overcooked vegetables, but vegetables that you can still have a bit of texture and crunch, because you know that you're still having quite a bit of that fiber, which will be there to keep the blood sugar in your intestines, so you're not absorbing all of it in your bloodstream, right? And the fifth and final thing, which is the most obvious, and this is the one that's talked about most of the time, is just to consume less sugar, right? Drink less sugary beverages, less sweetened beverages, less sweetened food, less desserts. Just consume less sugar overall. That is the number one thing, but we know that it's a little difficult sometimes, especially for people who are depending on food that's purchased. You're having less control over the amount of sugar that you're ingesting sometimes, so that might be a bit difficult. But as much as you can, you want to aim, if you're going to have packaged foods, you want to aim to have no more than 6 teaspoons of added sugar, which is the same as 24 grams. If you're looking at labels, 24 grams of added sugar in a 24-hour period. Every 4 grams is equal to 1 teaspoon. So that's how you make a rough calculation to have an idea of how many teaspoons of sugar you're taking in. And like I said, no more than 24 grams per day or 6 teaspoons per day, right? Less sugar. So these are the 5 things that you can employ, 5 things that you can do to decrease the amount of sugar going into your bloodstream in the first place, so that overall your diabetes is going to be under better control, and you don't have to worry about increasing the number and doses of medications that you have to take to really try to get your blood sugar down, which really these medicines, most of them act by just storing away that sugar, particularly in the form of fat, rather than eliminating it, right? So just to recap the 5 things to do again, 1 is to burn more sugar, so use your muscles more, make sure you have more muscles. 2, make or manufacture less sugar, so less stress. 3 is to pee out, urinate out more sugar, so lots of water to flush the sugar out through your kidneys. 4 is to absorb less sugar, so yes, you're taking it in, but it's being trapped within the intestines with fiber. And the 5th and final is to just eat less sugar overall, consume less added sugar. I hope you all found these 5 tips helpful, so that overall you can have better control of your diabetes, particularly type 2 diabetes. And in fact, if you employ all these things, you could potentially even reverse your type 2 diabetes. You could decrease some of the medications that you're on, some of the doses, and overall feel better and get on with your life, as you should be able to do, right? Live your best life. If you want more of this, if you found this helpful, you can reach out to me on my different social media platforms. Link should be somewhere here on my YouTube channel. And I would love to hear from you about what else I could bring to you in terms of helping with your type 2 diabetes management. Thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.